Trigonometric ratios of specific angles. So there are some trigonometric ratios which you have to memorize. So first of all, I'll give you a problem and I'll make you understand what's the importance of memorizing those 5 angles, which will help you do your questions better in the exams. Here's the question. Consider a triangle, right angled at B. ABC, triangle ABC, right angled at B. And we have this side is 3 and this angle is 30. We have to find AC. Now, if we had this side length also, we could have just used Pythagoras theorem. But since we don't have this, how do we find this side? So that's where trigonometry comes in. First of all, I'll just blatantly write sine 30. Sine 30 would refer to this angle. Sine 30 would equal to opposite by hypotenuse, BC by AC. Opposite to this angle would be BC by hypotenuse AC. So BC we already know. BC is 3 units. So 3 divided by AC is the unknown figure. AC is, I'll just write it AC. Now if we happen to memorize the trigonometric ratio of 30, we would note sine 30 is 1 by 2. 1 by 2. Okay. Then we can find AC, right? We just have to cross multiply. So AC would equal to 6, because if we multiply 3 into 2 and bring this 1 into AC, 1 into AC is AC, equal to 2 into 3, 6. So AC would be equal to 6. So that's how we find this unknown side using trigonometry. Now I'll teach you the angles which you need to memorize. I will write them down as a table. 0, 30, 45, 60, 90. These are the 5 angles you need to memorize, and we have our trigonometric ratios: sine, cos, cosine, tangent, tan, cosecant, cosec, secant, sec, and cotangent, cot. Okay, so I'll just write them down. Sine 0 is 0. Pretty simple. Sine 30, as we discussed here, sine 30 is 1 by 2. Sine 45 is 1 by root 2. Sine 60 is root 3 by 2. Sine 90 is 1. So what's the So as the angles keep on increasing, the sine value of those angles also keep on increasing, as we can see here, because 1 by 2 is 0.5, 1 by root 2 is approximately 0.70, root 3 by 2 is approximately 0.8 something, sine, and the last number is 1. So we can see it's increasing as the angles increase. Now for cos it's a bit different. Cos 0 is 1. Cos 30 is root 3 by 2. Cos 45 is 1 by root 2. Same as sine. Cos 30 is 1 by 2. Cos 90 is 0. So we can see some similarity in this. As the angles keep on increasing, the sine value of those angles increase. But as the angles keep on increasing, the cosine of those angles keep on decreasing. So we can see this is the opposite order for cosine. So we can just write the opposite. Sine 0 is 0, cos 0 is 1, sine 90 is 1, cos 90 is 0, and the opposites. So what is tan? Tan 0 would be 0. Tan 30 would be 1 by root 3. Tan 45 would be 1, tan 60 would be root 3, tan 90 would be undefined. I'll tell you why later. Cosec would be, I'll just write the whole table and then you can screenshot. Cosecant would be, cosec of 0 would be undefined. Cosec 32, cosec 45 root 2, cosec 62 by root 3, cosec 90 would be 1. Now I'll tell you how these values came. because since these two are complementary, sine and cosec are complementary, so that means the multiplicative inverse of these numbers would appear here. So 0's multiplicative inverse is 1 by 0, which is undefined. We cannot have 0 in the denominator, as that will lead to a not finite answer. So we can presume it as undefined. Sine 30 is 1 by 2. So cosec is the multiplicative inverse. 1 by 1 by 2 would be 2. 1 by 1 by root 2 for 45 would be root 2. 1 by root 3 by 2 would be 2 by root 3. 1 by 1 would be 1 itself. So that's how we got these values. We can do the same for sec and cosine. So if we do 1 by 1, 1. 1 by root 3 by 2, 2 by root 3. 1 by root 2, root 2 itself. 1 by 1 by 2 would be 2, and 1 by 0 here would be undefined. Okay, cotangent also we can do the same for tan. 1 by 0, that will be undefined. 1 by root 3 is root 3. 1 by 1, 1. 1 by root 3, and 1 by 0 by 1, because this is undefined, so this is also 0. Cot 90 is 0. So this table you have to memorize. There's a cleaner table in the NCERT textbook, so you can refer to that. So all of these values you must by heart. And since we are here, I'll teach you one more thing. Tangent of an angle, suppose theta is an angle, it's a Greek alphabet. Tan theta is equal to sine theta divided by cos theta. This should always be in your mind. Tangent of an angle is always equal to the sine of the angle divided by cosine of the angle. So we can verify that here. Sine by cos, 0 by 1. Sine 0 by cos 0. 0 by 1 is 0. So tan 0 is also 0. Sine 30 by cos 30. Sine 30 is 1 by 2. Cos 30 is root 3 by 2. If we divide these both, we get 1 by root 3 as written here. We divide these same numbers, we get 1. 1 by root 2 divided by 1 by root 2 is 1. Then if we divide these two, we get root 3. We define these two, we can't divide this because 1 by 0 is undefined. That's why this comes as undefined. And since you're here, cotangent, cot of theta is also the opposite of this, cos theta by sin theta. You have to memorize this. It is really, really important. Tangent of an angle is equal to the sine of the angle divided by the cosine of the angle. Cotangent of the angle is equal to cos of the angle divided by sine of the angle theta in this case. And we know these are complementary. That will mean sine theta would equal to 1 by cosec theta. And we know cos theta would be 1 by sec theta. And we know tan theta would be 1 by cot theta. Okay.